If you're watching this channel, you probably want to get into real estate, but you might not have the money. Today, I'm going to show you 5 different ways of how you can make $10,000. And $10,000, by the way, it's 100 notes of $100 each. You work it out, that's $10,000. Most people can't put their hands on $10,000. I'm going to show you how you can make it and then get started in real estate. So why did I pick on the figure of $10,000? Why not 15 or 20,000? Well, whether you want to buy real estate or start a business, most people need about $10,000 to get started. That's why I'm going to show you how you can get $10,000 together. So the first method is to sell everything you don't use. Most people have a lot of things that they don't use anymore. Why do they keep it lying around cluttering up space? Sell your old couches, electronics, and kitchenware. Insurance companies calculate that most adults own around $20,000 worth of personal belongings in their homes. Even if you only make a few $1,000s, this will put you in the right mindset. You know, when I first heard of Airbnb, I thought, who's ever going to use this? Who would want to rent a room in someone else's house? But Airbnb has gotten so big, they now control more rooms than all the major hotel companies combined. It's taken off big time. And even I, when I go somewhere now, I'd look at an Airbnb over in a hotel. I just prefer the experience. You can do it too. It needn't be your entire house. It could be 1 or 2 rooms, or rent out other stuff, but rent it out. It will generate cash for you. Number 3, do some freelancing. I did a lot of freelancing. I funded my way through university by taking photos and writing articles for all kinds of magazines, for credit card companies and airlines. There's a huge market out there that will pay you to do work for them. So whether it's photographing local clients or weddings or cake manufacturing facilities or writing blogs for people on Fiverr, there are plenty of opportunities to freelance any skill set that you have. The trick is to find out what you're really good at and then be proud of the fact that you can do that and go out there to find people who are willing to pay you money for you to do what you love doing. Number 4 is sell things that you make. There are plenty of sites like Etsy and Amazon Handmade and Artfire that will allow you to profit from the arts and crafts that you manufacture. Now, I know of someone, she did cross-stitching, and I thought, who would be interested in cross-stitching? But she did things like hats and scarves and you name it. And then she posted to Instagram and also had a TikTok channel for this. And now she's got 20 people working for her, manufacturing all these things that she sells. It started off as a hobby and it became a massive business for her. She would easily be making the $10,000 that she'd need to get started in real estate. You can do it too. Another thing you can do, number 5, and it's more related to real estate, is to do what's called bird dogging. This is looking for properties for investors who have the money. You may not have the money, but you can earn a fee up front, or you might even be cut in on the deal. Now, I've never really thought in terms of employing a bird dogger to go and do bird dogging for me, but because I've got a bit of a brand name in the realm of real estate, people come to me all the time with deals. And when they do come to me with a deal that's actually a good deal and that I end up following through on, do you wonder whether or not I might pay them? Of course I pay them, because by giving them a financial incentive, they might think, holy smoke, that was good. I want to do this again. So without thinking about it, without using the terminology, I was kind of doing a form of bird dogging. I employed people to find properties for me, even though I didn't set out to do that. And remember, at the end of the day, it's not the word you use to describe the activity so much as whether you can buy a property. Because at the end of the day, you will become financially free when you have passive income. And you get passive income by investing in real estate. And to start off investing in real estate, you need something like $10,000. And I've just given you 5 ways of accumulating $10,000 so that you can go in there and buy your first property and generate passive income to set yourself financially free. So let's say you've used any one of these 5 methods, or maybe a combination of them, and you've accumulated your $10,000. The trick is to use that as a down payment to buy a property. And when you've bought a property using $10,000 cash and maybe $40,000 or $50,000 of borrowed money, you now own a property. That's good. But what should you do next? The next step is to do something to make it appreciate faster than the market. And the way we do that is I've got a book called 101 Ways to Massively Increase the Value of Your Real Estate Without Spending Much Money. In other words, you might spend $1,000 on this property, but it goes up in value by 10 or 20,000. And if you think that's a stretch, there's one idea in this book that only cost $20 and the value of the property went up by $2 million. So spending $1,000 to increase it by $20,000 is well within the realms of possibility for anyone. Click the link on this video so that you can get your free copy of this book, so that once you buy your first property, you know how to massively increase its value. So for the record, I struggled to get my first lump of cash together that I needed to buy my first property. But once I did, I never looked back, because that property generated more cash. I could refinance it and pull money out, and it had surplus rental income over expenses. So I know for most of you, getting that first one is crucial. And that's why I hope I gave you some useful information on how you can amass your first $10,000 to get you on your way. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe. Do whatever you have to do to get that bell to ring. And keep an eye out for my next video, where I'll be sharing even more information on how you can become financially free through investing in real estate. Thank you so much, and I want to wish you, as always, successful investing.